Hi there. I want to talk to you today about your self-belief and how it may be affecting your business. We have to do some mindset work when we do have a business, when we're running it, when we're trying to attract clients and we are making sales. We have to have our minds behind ourselves. If we don't have the mindset, we tend not to have the actions, so therefore we tend not to have the results. And a lot of people come to me and they say, Gillian, I have got my ducks in a row, right? So I've got my products, I've got my content lined up, my free content, I've got my lead magnet, I've got my website, my social pages, my posts, I've got everything there. But I'm not selling anything. I'm not I'm not creating more clients, I'm not attracting more clients. What am I doing wrong? And a lot of the times people think that you need a magic wand in business. There are successful people in business and there's really unsuccessful people in business. And successful people in business, they'll tell you, oh, I did it this way, that way, and the other. And the unsuccessful people will be sitting there going, but I've done all that. I've ticked all those boxes, and yet I'm still not seeing the success. And while I've been watching a lot of sport recently, a lot of sport coming on in the summer months at the moment, we've just finished watching the Women's Euro 2022 tournament, and it's been absolutely amazing. It's drawn attention to an awful lot of different things that are going on in the world of women's sport, which is fantastic. But I've been watching that, and I've also been watching the Commonwealth Games as well, which is on at the moment, at the time I'm recording this. And I'm hearing these stories. I'm watching in the Commonwealth Games. I'm watching men. I'm watching women, and I'm also watching those with a disability compete at an immense level, a huge level. And these are supposed to be amateurs. The sports and the athletics, just everything that they're competing in, the games are just amazing. You know, and you sit back in awe and you go, wow, how did you get there? And you can see when you watch these groups, the teams and the athletes, when you watch them, you can tell those winners. You can see them coming out. When they come out onto a pitch or onto the track or wherever they come out to, you can see their confidence. You can see the steely determination. You know that they are there to do business. They're there to win. They're there to get a medal. They're there to lift a trophy. You can see that. And you can see the other ones who are like, well, I'm going to try it and see how I go. There's a big difference between those two loads. They might have done the same amount of training. They may have had the same amount of money injected into their sports, and they may have had even the same team coaches. But one will stand out more than the other. And it's all down to their self-belief. I've been watching teams that have had, in football, no money at all. These players have been part-time players. So basically they've actually got a part-time or full-time job, and they're running their homes and their families, and then they're playing football when they can, and they're training while they can, but they've gone on and won matches. They've gone and won them against those odds. I've been watching athletes who have had huge challenges especially over the last few years. They've had health issues, they've had funding issues, they've had personal things happen in their families and their lives. And I see people who are going on and they are they've got such challenging disabilities, and yet they are going on and winning. They're succeeding. They've got that edge. They've got that desire and they've got that passion, and they have this self-belief that they are better. They're better than their competitors, that they deserve to be there, that they've done everything that they possibly can. Now, I was watching some cycling with in the velodrome with Dame Laura Kenny, and she came on and she said, my mindset wasn't there. I didn't think the night before the race she was entering into, there had been a crash in the velodrome, a big crash, and some of her racing colleagues had been injured, and she was thinking, what am I doing? I'm this age now, I've got a family, I've been so lucky, I've not been injured really badly in my years of cycling. I've got my goals, I've got this, I've achieved so much. Perhaps this is time for me to step back. Perhaps this is time for me to say no more. And she had that conversation. And she had the conversation with her coach. And then she woke up the next day and she went, no, I have got more in me. I can do this. And she completely changed her mindset. She started talking more positively to herself. She wasn't the fittest. She's gone through some really horrendous health issues this year. She, personal loss. She has been through such challenging times. But she told herself, yes, this is my moment and I'm going to do this. And that's all she could think about. This is it. I'm doing this now. And she went on to win. And she was like standing there going, well, I knew it was going to happen. I knew I could do this. When you ask the players of the Women's England football team, did you believe you were going to do this? Yes. No hesitancy at all. Yes, we did believe we were going to do it. It wasn't a maybe we'll get a chance, we could do this. It was yes. Each game they went in there to focus on that one particular game. The final wasn't there. It was almost like invisible. They went in each game and focused on that one game. They trained for that one game. They focused on that one game. They held it together during that one game. And they won that game. And then they celebrated, and then they got back to work the next day, and they did the same all over again. And that took them to the final, and that took them to win the final. Mindset, focus, direction, self-belief. Having that self-belief determines how you act. If you truly believe that you're going to have a successful business, and you put that self-belief into play, you will act every single day in a manner that means that you will get that successful business. There's no way around it. You're acting with success in mind. You're putting in the action. If you did not have the self-belief and you did not believe that you could do it, you would start to self-sabotage your work. And this is what I see every single day. I see so many businesses, and I've seen so many businesses over the years collapse or people walk away from them because they lost their belief. They were self-sabotaging their business right from the start. There are things you need to do to make and create a successful business. And I, as a coach, can tell you all those things. I can tell you them. I can't make your business successful. Only you can do that. You can put all those things into action, but you then have to sort of blend that magic together, have the confidence to push it forward, because there's always something that will stop you from pushing it forward, and it's your self-belief. And whether that's not going live, whether it's your social media being inconsistent, whether it's not going into to do talks, to present things, to put yourself out there, to be seen, to basically, or to sell. If you don't go out there and sell who you are and what you do, you can't make sales. You can't have a successful business. People won't know who you are, and they won't know how to buy from you. And when they do go to buy from you, It's like, oh, well, you could just buy something from me, or it's pretty good, I've done an all right job. No, you have to be that winner. You have to be that person on that podium at the end of the day. You've put the work in, you've done all the steps. Why shouldn't you believe in yourself? Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. My goodness, women's football, women's sport. No, 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 no. It's not allowed. Women can't play that sport. Women aren't allowed to play that sport. No, you can't play at that stadium. We're not allowing you to play at that stadium. It's not the same game. It's easy. It's not the women's place. Women's place is in the kitchen, etc., etc. Don't need to go on about that. And what? Are you going to sit and listen to that? Are you going to just say, yeah, okay, and I'll maybe just do that tomorrow, or maybe not do it at all, or maybe I'll just see how it turns out, and then I'll just maybe think about that, and maybe, or when this happens, and when that happens, then I will. No, no, no. That dialogue has to stop. It has to stop now. You have to have that belief in yourself. If you don't, there's no point. So work on your self-belief. Get that internal fire going. Get that passion going. Stop self-sabotaging your business. Get out there. Get out there and show the world that you are meant to be on that podium with a gold medal, with a trophy, celebrating and singing and having this wonderful energy all around you as people cheer you on. Now think about that. Just think about that. If you're ever worried what other people will think of you about becoming successful, think about those athletes on a podium. Do they stand and boo at them? No. No matter what country is on that podium in gold, having their national anthem played round about them, people cheer. People cheer. They like to see winners, they like to see achievers, and they love to know how they got there and the hurdles that they had to overcome to get there. So don't let them stop you. Make them part of your process, make them part of your journey, and make sure you take those action steps every single day to reinforce the fact that you are successful. I'll see you next time.